Hello, my name is William Robinson. I go by Andrew. I served in the United States Marine Corps from January of 2015 to May of 2022. I got out as a corporal, an E4. I was let go during COVID era policies, although that was not the specific reason for my EAS or admin SEP, is what really happened to me. I did refuse the vaccine, but I was, the characterization at the end of the day was misconduct. I had pretty big issues with members of my chain of command personally. And I'll just leave that part at that. I was also going through a pretty, from my perspective, awful divorce that really impacted my conduct and my work proficiency. They were looking for a reason at that point, and I gave them one. So I won't cry about that. That's not the point of this video. It's not woe is me. The point of this video is because while I was going through what I was going through, I was very intimate with the situations that were going on with other Marines that were getting kicked out for vaccine refusal. There was a lot of us across the board, and procedurally, I don't think anything was done correct. I don't think it could have possibly been done correct. Everything was haphazard and rushed. I don't want to get too political about it, although that's almost impossible, especially when you're talking about this topic. I didn't agree with any of the COVID policies. I'll just put that out there flat out. I know a lot of people don't. But on the civilian side of things, y'all don't really know the level of pressure that servicemen and women were under during that period. So what I would like to do, what I'm going to get started, is I'm going to start interviewing these guys, if they'll allow me to. Probably the end of October, early November at earliest. I need to get the equipment and a number of things, but my plan is to be mobile to be able to go where these guys are, anywhere in the country. It'll take me a little while to get out there, but I can figure that out. It's not a problem. The point of this isn't particularly to bash any political party or individual. It isn't really to bash members of the chain of command, although when necessary, they may be named in these interviews. But that's really not the point of what I'm trying to do. The point of what I'm trying to do is we're moving on a little too quick. Everybody wants to, because COVID was a complete and total shit show, and everybody knows it. And nobody wants to remember it. They want to move on. They don't want to go back to that. But we got to remember some aspects of it. We have to categorize. We have to catalog them. We have to understand these experiences that some members of our broader society had during this time, so that we can try to never let that happen again. I don't think anybody I know wants anything remotely like that to happen again. Now, I'm not arguing whether or not COVID was a deadly disease. What I am arguing is the policies that were put in place to combat that deadly disease were asinine, idiotic, and harmful. It was only ever about control. It was never about science or trusting any of it. It's not how science works anyways. You're supposed to question science. That's literally the point. Literally the point. But with that aside, a lot of people were affected, particularly in the military. And I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. I don't like that people went home and ended everything because of what was done to them unfairly. And for the ones that are still here, your voice matters. Your story matters. What happened to you matters. You're not nothing. You're not a shitbag because you got kicked out because you didn't want to take the vaccine. None of those things that they said about you are true. It's all fake. It's all false. It was pressure. You withstood an enormous propaganda campaign. Most people didn't. So if you would like to put your story out there, if you'd like to talk to me, somebody that did serve, somebody that was there in the Marine Corps when all this was happening. I don't care what branch you're from. I'll talk to you. If this happened to you, I'll talk to you. I'll come to where you are. We'll set it up. And after we're done filming, you will be in control of when that episode goes out there. I have no following whatsoever. I'm not doing this for clout. I'm not looking for views. I really don't care if anybody views the video. I don't care. I think it's important to have the stories out there. And nobody's doing this. Nobody's doing it. Nobody's asking. Nobody wants to ask. So if you're like I was a few months ago, isolating yourself and screaming into the wind about things that were done to you and people you knew, don't do that anymore. Do something productive with me. Talk about what happened to you. And if you're comfortable, we'll put it out there. But yeah, that's where I'm at. That's what I want to do. And if you're that person that I'm talking about, hit me up. If you know somebody, send them my way. Again, I'm not getting started until probably, end of October, early November at earliest, and maybe later than that. But if that's something you're interested in, or you know somebody like that, please hit me up. Send them my way. I think it could do some good, or nothing at all. But it's an outlet, and I don't think we have enough of those. So yeah, I'll just end it there.